Hey everyone, and welcome back to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to draw Teen Gohan SSJ2 from Dragon Ball Z. So we're going to start in the middle of the face with a U shape in between the eyes. From here we're going to take these ends and just curve them outwards and up. In the middle I'm just going to draw a short vertical line. And then from here we're going to draw in the brow. So the lower half of the brow we're going to curve up to the outside. Just like that. We'll do the same thing on the right side, trying to make sure that they're equally lined up. From here we're going to angle up the sides of the eyebrow, so going up in an angle. And then we're going to take these points and curve down to the starting point, so right in the middle of the eyes. Like that. Let's draw in the eyes underneath. So stepping in on the left side, I'm just going to curve down to the bottom of the eye. Now I'm going to curve the top end of the cheeks. So over here I'm just going to curve in towards the center of the eye, and I'm just going to angle them up and just tuck them in underneath the brow. Let's do the same thing on the right side. So stepping in, we'll curve to the bottom of the eye, draw in the top of the cheek, so coming up across, and then we'll just tuck that in underneath the brow. Let's tuck in a few pupils underneath the brow line. So up here, it's going to draw like a half circle, and on the right, we'll do the same thing. From here, let's move down and draw in the nose. So I'm just going to keep the nose simple. I'm just going to draw a little V shape, and then on the right side here, I'm just going to draw an angled line going up. Let's draw in the little bags underneath the eye. So it's basically just a curve underneath each eye, but right here I'm just going to leave a space, just draw a little line coming out, and then curve it outwards. We'll do the same thing on the right side. So a little angled line, and then curve it outwards. For the mouth, we're just going to draw a tiny little mouth. It's just going to be a curve from left to right, and then underneath the mouth we'll just draw the bottom lip, just a little line like that. From this point we're going to have to layer in that big bang that comes down on the side of the face. So we're going to step up towards the widow's peak. So right up here I'm going to draw a little point. That'll be our starting point. From here I'm going to curve out and around the eyebrow here on the left side. So curving out, and I'm going to pull this downwards with a curve like that. Now we're going to pull this up and we're going to taper out so it gets a little bit wider up this way. We're going to curve up, and then we'll pull that back into that starting point, just like that. From here we're going to go to the side of the widow's peak. So up here we're going to curve the hairline going outwards. Let's do the same on the left side, but we're just going to tuck it in underneath the hair. So it's just going to go out probably to about here. And now we're going to pull the sides of the hair down. So from here we're going to curve down, curve this down on the left side. On this side here we're just going to draw a short horizontal line going in towards the center of the face, and then pull that back around the same height as the eyes. From here we're going to draw in the jaw and the cheeks. So from here we're going to, underneath the mouth, we're going to draw a little point. That's our chin there. We're going to angle two lines out up towards the jaw. So starting with the jawline, we're going to angle in, and on the left side we'll do the same thing. So right here, angle in, right about the same height as the nose, and we'll just draw two lines coming in towards the chin. Like this. Draw the same thing on the right side. And then we're going to tuck some ears underneath. So right here on the side of the head, we're going to curve up and out. We'll round it out, and we'll draw just an angled line coming in towards the side of the head. For the inner ear detail, we're just going to step in a little bit, just draw a curve like this, and just pull it down on the side. Inside here, along this line, I'm just going to draw like a backwards C. Let's do the same thing in the left side here, but it's going to get tucked in underneath this bang, so you're just going to see the top edge, like that, and I'll probably pull down underneath as well. Up in between the eyebrows, we're going to draw some frown lines, so just a couple curves going out like that. Okay, so we got the face. Now let's get into the most complex part, which is the hair. And this is just a series of overlapping spikes. So we're going to start in the middle here. So from this point, I'm going to curve up to one of the spikes here, like that. Let's do the same thing on the right side, just mirroring it as we go. And then we'll take this point, curve down, tuck that in underneath that hair bang. This one we're going to tuck in on the hairline like that. In the center here, there's a longer one that goes up, and the hair sort of curves over towards the left. So right up here, curve up and towards the left, and we'll tuck that in underneath the right spike. Now we're going to go along the sides and just layer in behind some more spikes. So right here, I'm going to curve up, and I'll curve that right into that hairline right there. On the right side, we'll do the same thing. So curving up, and then just tucking that in there. And we're going to move down again. So we're going to go down here, draw another spike, and then curve that down just above the ear. On the right side, we'll do the same thing. So just curving that in like that. Now there's a few more spikes that come down the side here. So we'll step down, curve out, tuck that in behind the ear. Here on the right side, we'll do the same, and then we'll do 2 short ones on the side here. So right here, curving out and tucking that in. Curving that in just like that. Now let's go in and just layer in the hair in behind. So I'm going to start on this side. I'm going to draw one big one in between these 2 spikes. Like that. This one I'm going to go in the opposite direction. I'm going to go out that way because the hair is brushed over towards the left that way. From here, let's draw a big one in here. In between. Just pull that in like that. And I might want to draw one more in here just to fill in that gap. That. And then we're going to go over to the side here. Now I'm looking for gaps in between just to fill that up. So in between here, draw them like that. I'll draw one in here. You can see that I'm curving them or bending them towards the left. Draw one more here just to fill that space. You kind of want to get a nice sort of shape to the hair. And then right in the middle here on the top, we're just going to draw one big one. The main one that comes across like that. Okay, so I think that's enough hair for the top. Let's get into the body. So with the neck, on either side of the jaw, I'm going to step in and just draw 2 short vertical lines. For the throat, in the middle, just on either side of the chin, I'm just going to curve inwards. Now we're going to draw the open collar for the vest. So just on the side of the jaw here, I'm going to curve down towards the middle. Do the same thing on the right side. And then we'll draw in some chest muscles. So in the middle here, I'm just going to draw a vertical line. And then from this point, I'm going to curve up and out towards the left. And up and out towards the right. I want to show a little bit of the collar. So up here, we're just going to step in. Just draw a curve around the collar, like that. Now we're going to draw the shoulders. So up here, I'm going to draw an angled line coming down, in behind that hairbang, coming out. Same thing on the right side. Now I'm going to make the shirt all torn up on the sides here. So I'm going to draw the sleeves down to the belt, which will be right about here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw just a series of wiggly lines coming down like this. And as I get down to the bottom of that V, I'm just going to curve it in. Let's go to the right side and do the same thing. So just a series of curvy lines, and I'll just pull that in like that. In the middle here, I'm just going to draw a little scoop. This is just for some wrinkles in the shirt. Down here, I'm going to draw a curve going out on both sides. Now these are going to merge in towards the top of the shirt above the belt. So from here to here, I'm going to curve and just connect it like that. Inside the bottom here, we're just going to show that the shirt's being pulled in. So on the left, I'm just going to pull up like that. Right, we'll pull up. And then maybe one more here. We'll draw a little curve like that. Let's draw in the sash. So on either side, we're going to step in and draw a short vertical line on both sides. We'll connect those 2 points with a curve for the bottom of the sash. Across like that. And then to show some wrinkles, we're just going to draw a couple curves across like so. From here, let's get into the legs. So I'm going to draw the legs and the feet probably down to about here. So in the middle here, I'm going to start with that center seam. On the left side of center, I'm just going to draw a curve like this. On the right side, I'll curve in as well. On the sides of the hips, on the side of the sash here on the left, I'm just going to curve in. And we're going to do a series of folds in the pants. So right here, I'm just going to draw a little pleat. A couple lines coming down. And then on the side, I'm going to step in, draw a big curve coming out, and then back in like that. We'll work our way on the inside. So from this point at the bottom, curve in towards the left, in towards the right. We'll do a little overlap. So up here, we're going to curve in again, like that. And we'll work our way towards the ankles, which I'll draw down to here. So I'm just going to draw one more layer of folds coming in like that. And then we'll do one in the inside again. So right here. And then finally, I'm just going to take this point and curve all the way around to the inside. Like that. So it looks like an overlapping pant fold. Just like that. Just to finish that off, we'll draw in a little bit of the ankle. So at the bottom here, I'm just going to draw just like a half circle on both sides. We're going to draw the cuff of the boot, so we're just going to circle around this on both sides. If you want, you can show a little bit of pattern by drawing a couple little lines along the edge. And we'll draw on the feet. So I'm going to start with the one on the left. So right inside here, I'm going to draw a curve coming down to the heel. I'm going to curve in towards the ball of the foot. From here, I'm going to do another curve. So this one's going to go all the way to the tip of the toe. So right about there. And then I'm going to draw the top of the foot, curving up, about there, and then curve in the opposite direction, tuck that in underneath the cuff. At the top of the boot, you just want to draw a couple lines like that. Let's go to the right side and do the same thing. So up here, I'm going to step down, draw the back of the heel, curve in, so right like this side over here on the left. We'll curve again to the tip of the boot. Now we're going to draw the top of the boot. curving up to right about there, and then we'll reverse curve up underneath the cuff. At the top, we'll just draw a couple little hash lines. The final part, we're going to draw in the arms. Now, I'm going to have the arms coming down. I'm going to have them in fists. So the fists I'm going to draw pretty big, and these actually overlap the forearms. So I'm going to have to draw in the hands first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to locate the shoulders here, coming down to the elbows, and then I'll draw the hands right here. So I'm going to start with the hand on the left side. I'm going to start with the knuckles first. Starting on the outside, I'm going to draw 4 interlocking curves like that. On either end, I'm going to curve and bow them out. Like this. We're going to draw the backs of the knuckles. So I'm going to do the reverse of this side. I'm going to draw 4 humps across like this. On the ends on the top side, I'm just going to pull 3 lines down like this. So this is this part here. Let's draw on the thumb. So on the side, curve up, curve across, and then round it out. Draw a little thumbnail, just a little curve like that. Now, from this side, you're going to see this part of the palm. So right here, right beside the thumb, I'm going to curve around into the side of the hand there. We'll draw on a wristband. So right here, from the side of the thumb over to the palm, draw a big curve like this. And if you like, you can draw a little wrinkle like that. From here, I'm going to draw in the arm. Now, this is actually quite simple. So from the top of the shoulder, up here, I'm going to leave a little overlap. I'm going to curve and round out the shoulder. We'll do another overlap, curve and round out the bicep. Do another overlap and curve and tuck that in underneath the wristband. On the opposite side, I'm going to start right under here. I'm going to curve in, do another overlap with a straight line coming down, and I'm going to curve that in underneath the wristband. In here, I just want to show a little bit of biceps. So right in the elbow area, just draw a little curve like that. Let's go over to the right side and do the same thing. So lining up the fists, I'm going to start with the pinky side this time. Working my way over towards the right with 4 curves. Like that. We'll draw the outside of the fist, and then we'll reverse those curves, pointing downwards. From these points, I'm just going to pull 3 lines down. Let's draw on the thumb. So up here on this first index finger, curving up, rounding out the edge of the thumb, and pulling that in. And right at the bottom here, I'm just going to draw a thumbnail. On the edge of this thumb here, I'm going to curve around for the palm of the hand. Then we'll layer in behind the wristband with a curve. Draw another curvy little wrinkle like that. Let's start with the shoulders. So up here, we'll draw a curve coming down. We'll draw on the bicep, so doing an overlap, curving down, and then the forearm. Overlap in towards that wristband. Now the under part of the arm. So right here, curving down, do an overlap, straight line coming down, curve that in underneath the wristband, and then the bicep from the inner part of the elbow, draw a little curve like that. And then one little thing I want to add is the little tear in the knee. So right up here, right in the knee area, I'm just going to draw a couple little curves like that. From here, I'm going to connect those 2 points with a curve coming down and up. On the bottom side, because I want to show the fabric sort of folded over, I'm going to draw a line coming down, a little curve like that, just tuck that in underneath. Right in here, I'm going to show the kneecap, so a little curve like that. And that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's Teen Gohan SSJ2 from Dragon Ball Z. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please make sure you check out our Dragon Ball Z playlist. We have a ton of characters in there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.